How long have you been acting?
I have been acting, I would have to say, at least high school. If not sooner. When I was little, I tried to make my own little movies. They maybe didn't come out perfectly, but then in high school, my first play was Fiddler on the Roof. And then ever since then, I kind of got the bug, and it's kind of the only thing I'm really good at.
How long have you been a part of this web series?
Not too long. I actually took over the part from whoever was supposed to originally do it, but couldn't make it. I want to say at least, could be getting it wrong, 6 weeks, maybe a little longer, but not as long as I think some other people.
What do you enjoy about the web series?
Let's see, I've helped with many web series before, and this one's definitely different from what I have read of the script. And it's fun being around new people, as usual. That's why I like acting, because I meet new people as well. But story-wise, it seems something that not many people do. Everyone goes for just the funny and all that stuff, but this one also has a lot of dark and normal problems that most people have to kind of go through. So I can't wait to see how that goes and the reaction to that and how it goes along.
How do you feel about playing your character?
Fun. It's one of the few characters that I've ever done that was actually sort of close to me in the whole kind of fun, bubbly best friend. What I also find interesting is that Brianna is, I found, kind of close to the character of, at least in my mind, of Emma from Jane Austen, in that she likes to matchmake a lot, but in her personal own love life, that might not be going as well as she hoped. But so far it's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how that goes.
What do you like about her and what do you not like about her?
I like that she does, it's kind of hard to explain, but that anime kind of thing of, oh, poke, 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 you like them, la 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 la, kind of says her mind. What I don't like might be that she's very undecisive in her love life, and that she had at least to give Luca a thing of saying, hey, I'm not interested in you, instead of dragging him along. That would, I think, one of her flaws.
What's the hardest part about playing the role?
I think the hardest part was just getting the lines down, but it kind of came naturally. Maybe still playing someone that's younger than me, I would say. Maybe going back to that part of the whole kind of thing, but not too much that I can come to my head right about now. Not yet. We'll see.
Describe who your character is to you.
Like I said before, Brianna to me reminds me much of Emma. Bubbly, warm, can be friendly with anybody, but she's got her problems, her normal life and that kind of stuff. Good relationship with her brother, to the point that sometimes they wear same plaid kind of colors, or at least plaid. Yeah, kind of that everyday sort of quirky friend in the background.
Who is your favorite character and why?
Ooh, and I don't think it would be fair if I said me, but if I was to pick somebody else, of who I have actually seen, it would be a close tie because I've mainly done scenes with him, so I haven't actually seen anyone else's really, but I would have to say either Liberty or Matthew. One that's kind of almost cheating because that's my best friend and my brother. But Matthew, in that he's not the stereotypical kind of football player, a good guy, so far that I know. As well as then the best friend, Liberty, is kind of also sort of reminds me of me a little bit when I was in, school, not the awkward kind of, boyfriend, what? I don't know. But I would have to say, yeah, the ones I've seen so far, Liberty or Matthew.
What storyline can you relate to the most?
I would have to say pretty much Brianna, me, the character I play, or Liberty, I think, is the closest to what I kind of had in high school, since I was very introverted for a very long time until I got into acting. now that I'm trying to get out of my bubble as much as I can. But I'm one of those, there's always those two different kind of actors. There's the ones that are either really loud and you're like, oh, that's an actor. Or me, which is the one of, oh, you're an actor? Being kind of like, oh, I'm more reserved, but doesn't mean I can't turn it up.
What do you really feel about the family?
There are two families, right? Yes, there are two families.
Yeah, but they're all one.
They're all one.
One big family.
Well, I could say that if you have more than one family member, even with a few family members, there's going to be problems. There's going to be clashing of heads. I would say that they're dysfunctional, but isn't everybody a little bit? They've got their own flaws. But I would say that this family might need some therapy in certain areas. But every family, I would say, in the world kind of has their own problems or their kind of uniqueness. There's always an underlining things of, I think they're still strongish, but they're kind of either hiding it or they kind of need to work it out to get back to whatever they were before. Technology.
Is there a character that you just can't stand?
Again, I haven't seen many of them exactly yet, but if I can't stand, from what I've heard from the actor that plays, I think Avery, if it is, her boyfriend, Robbie? Or
Ronnie.
Ronnie, yeah. Ronnie, there we go, Ronnie. From what I've heard of that abusive relationship, I would have to say I think him, just because I don't think that's nice or right, or, I would like to, somehow... In real life, I'd most likely try to help that person as best I could, but I would have to say I think him. Treat her right.
What's your favorite episode?
Well, I've heard of things of the Thanksgiving dinner, but I don't really know about it too much, but I've heard funny things. No, I would have to say I think actually maybe the first thing that I ever did where I was quizzing Liberty.
Oh yeah, that's episode 2.
Yes, episode 2, there we go. So episode 2, I would have to say, I think so far, there's a lot, I like a lot of them, but I would have to say I think the first thing I ever did, which was the testing and the whole actually prodding more of, yeah, you like Matthew, kind of thing. I would have to say episode 2.
And what's your favorite scene out of the whole entire thing?
That's hard. I might have to say the first thing I ever did, because that was when I was technically first also introduced to Brianna. So when I'm testing, if not, I'm gonna have to say the other scene would be me with watching my brother watch Liberty and nudging him. I would have to say is my other favorite scene, I think, so far.
Who do you like working with so far?
So far, everybody. Yeah, I would say so far, everybody. I personally know one person on the cast, which is how I got into this. I like working with the director and the camera person and my own co-star who plays Luca, and my brother, of course. He and me actually, I think, gel pretty well actually, and we don't know each other to the point, like I said, we've actually worn the same plaid kind of coloring kind of thing, which is funny. But so far, everybody. I don't think anyone's really... No, I don't think anybody's just like a big old kind of family, that's what I like about acting.
What motivates you as an actor?
I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain because it feels like it's something a part of me, something, a long time ago, I think one of the reasons why I really got into it, especially I think film acting, or at least web series acting, was seeing old-fashioned movies and just that kind of style, and I think what motivates me is I just love to play, and I love to be, I think why Halloween's one of my favorite times of the year, is that I love to dress up and be somebody else, because otherwise it's the only other chance that I kind of get to kind of do that and be more than one thing, so I'm not just one thing, because otherwise I think I get bored, which kind of goes with my, I'm a Gemini, I'm air, I like to go and do many different things. So I think what motivates me is to tell a story and to be somebody else. I think is what really motivates me. And having fun. Definitely having fun.
Tell us about your past projects. What's one of your favorite or funniest moments from acting?
Funniest or favorite moments? Well, some of the things I've mainly done short films, a few features, but I want to say, I guess 2 little stories is I've been in a modern adaptation of Sense and Sensibility, and I played a character that usually doesn't actually get that much screen time, or in the book that much actually, and I played Elizabeth. And I guess one of the fun things, which I've never done before, and I think I freaked out my friends one day when they walked by, I get pregnant in one of the scenes, and so I had a big, huge belly. And on a small person, that is very funny looking, especially a fake one. It looks just like a big old bowling ball. Another project I did, which was very fun because I was actually the lead, was called Chasing Wind, and that's a sci-fi kind of drama one. We actually went over to an island at an old fort and stuff and kind of ran around there. I had to lug around a kind of almost 20-pound box at some points, and that was pretty heavy. I grinned and bared it, but that would be, yeah. But it was a lot of fun, I have to say. So that's a few of my projects. Otherwise, my resume, many little things and all that stuff, so I could go into more detail.
What do you think could happen to your character in the future?
Good question. So far, she's one of the few characters that hasn't had anything too bad happen to her. So I don't know if like certain people who've already had things bad happen to them and then they get good, I'm good and something bad happens to me. I would have to say though, we would have to figure out, or if it doesn't get completely solved, the whole Luca thing. So there's that sort of thing. She has, I guess not spoilers, she's done something to say to Luca. So that repercussion, we'll have to see if she still does that, or if, with the whole Casey thing, is it gonna, or is she gonna find somebody new? And then just ruin them as well. Or like in Emma, will she finally find the person that she was meant to be with or not? So she could go completely, something bad really could happen, or she could still be one of those people that stays pretty constant but has a few flaws and some challenges. I would say mainly in the love life department.
Anything else you want to say about working on this project?
It's been fun. I'm really glad that I was available the first day that my friend said, hey, guess what? They need somebody. Can you do it? And I went, okay. And it wasn't that far from where I live, so I'm like, cool. And it's actually, I think the other good thing is the only other web series I've been on never aired. So being on a web series where everyone's very motivated to get it done and to promote it and everything is very refreshing, because it's not like, or this other one web series that I've helped as actually a boom operator. They really go for this. They're too busy with their other lives. So having something that's actually like they're planning ahead. I mean, there's season 2. We're gonna promote it. That's definitely, I would have to say, the most refreshing part of it. It's not just. I mean, I just like doing it anyway, but to have that be like, oh, that's really cool. So.